Good day, everyone. Okay, so I was at Dragonmeet, a convention in London, last week, and I got Firestom Plantefall, the Terran Alliance core Helix, like 4 days before it came off of pre-order, and I've only just gotten around to doing this vid. But I thought people would be interested in having a look at this brand new game from Spartan. Well, not really brand new. It was floating around for about a year, and I thought it had died, and I think pretty much everyone thought it had died. And now it suddenly came out revamped as a proper game, as opposed to through Studio Sparta, which was a Spartan Games experiment, and kind of not quite sure why the original Plantefall was ever gone through Studio Sparta as opposed to normal Spartan Games before, but oh well. Anyway, I'm rambling. You're here for the models. So we have this box, standard kind of Spartan Games. If you've bought a Dystopian Wars starter box or anything like that, it's pretty much out of box. With some details of what you get on the back. This is, I have of course opened this before, so not everything is laid out as it will be. Off with the slipcase, open with the box. Oh, okay. So what is nice is you get some terrain with this, and there's the, not quite sure how it all slots together, but you get these clear plastic things which are all slot together, and then you stick these on over the top, and you get a nice building. Well, I assume it's nice. Haven't actually made it yet. Alright, and the meat of what you're after is the models. So what's in here? So you get 5 of these little recon tanks. Well, they say tanks. They've actually got wheels. That makes them not tanks. Spartan, learn your terminology, damn it. But yeah, I mean, if you have bought resin from Spartan before, you know what you're getting into here. Very high quality stuff. Some very cool bases. I've never actually bought any Spartan Games land stuff before, because who plays Dystopian Wars with land models? Certainly not me. But yeah, with the tar treads and all going across the base, and kind of textured effect on the base, but not like, could be rock, could be grass, could be snow, could be sand, could be whatever you want. So, okay. And also there's some bases of infantry, 6 of them, and from the brief bit I read of the rules, I gather infantry are pretty damn important when it comes to capturing objectives, and it seems as though Plantefall is a very objectives-based game, which is a nice change, especially at I think this is 10mm, 15mm, a pretty small scale. And I've played Infinity a lot with objectives-based stuff, as Infinity's supposed to be, and it definitely adds a layer of interest as opposed to just kill everything. So you've got some little metal slot-on things. There's not much metal in this. In fact, yeah, the 5 little metal infantrymen are the most metal in any one bit. The only other thing is a radar dish on one of the tanks. And I think that's it when it comes to metal. The metal, again, metal, not Spartan's strong point, but still pretty nice. Don't need a great amount of detail on infantry at this scale. And I do like all the different poses and the fact that the infantry are actually behind cover. That's nice. So, away with that. Let's go medium tanks next. So, I got the Terrans because I really like kind of, not generic, yeah, generic human sci-fi designs, which is pretty much what Terrans are, and they look very nice for it. So, come on camera, focus please. Apologies for that, the battery went, so, jump cut. Anyway, as I was saying, pretty generic human sci-fi look, which is what I'm after. If you haven't seen the Leviathan for Terrans, go look it up because it's cool. It's pretty much the reason why I bought this faction as opposed to any other faction, really. What is there next? There's this, which contains... What does it contain? It contains one APC for your infantry. From the brief look I had at the rules, it looks as though you have to buy infantry with an APC, which is interesting. Makes sense when the majority of the game is about big tanks shooting the crap out of each other. For some strange reason, this is a different section. Maybe there'll be some extra drop-ons for this chassis of vehicle. Dunno. Purely theorising here. And there's also... What it does make sense for there to be different drop-ons for is the support tanks, because there are actually different rules for... You get the... ACAC. Come on, camera. Do your bit. There we are. The ACAC emplacement. Very cool. Two massive Gatling guns and nice big radar dish. And there's also the shield enhancing thing. Terran's playstyle is tank everything up, get close. I think a bit like Russians in Dystopian Wars, but less overpowered, hopefully, because I'm planning on selling on my Russians because they're just too damn powerful and they're not particularly fun to play as or against. Hopefully I haven't picked up that style of army just for Plantefall, but the support tank boosts the shields of whatever armoured squadron it's on. And now the big Mama Jama, which is this massive, nice, heavy tank. It's just take a while to appreciate the massive hugeness of this thing. Assuming the infantry figures are about, say, 6 foot 6'2", something like that. Power armor, they're probably a little bit taller. But just lying them across as a rough measurement for this scale, I think this thing would be about like 25 foot wide, which is that's a massive tank, and it looks damn cool. And the other metal bit, which I was talking about, can't put that on through the viewfinder. That's kind of weird. Is that radar dish? Yeah, and that's what it is. That's what you get in your core Helix box, which is the only thing. There's 2 allied aerial or recon helixes for some of the forces out, I think, but Plantefall's a pretty new game. Not much out for it yet. As I said, the very first stuff is coming off of pre-order. If this goes up on the 10th of December, then they come out of pre-order on the 10th of December. I got a friend who, well, it was the friend who got me thinking about Plantefall, because he went to Dragonmeet with the intention of buying Dystopian Legions or Dystopian Wars and saw Plantefall, and we thought, that looks cool, so we bought it, and it looks awesome. Now I should probably mention, it's not just, there are 2 different types. There's the 2 drop-ons for both of the support tanks. So, just thought I'd mention that. Also at Dragonmeet we saw Spartan Neil, the guy behind Spartan. That was very cool. Took me a while to realise quite who I was talking to. He seemed pretty knowledgeable about Spartan stuff, and then someone called him Neil. I was just like, oh, that's who he is. And also, I shall be getting a airbrush for Christmas to paint these up with. So, nothing else to say. I'm rambling. Have a nice day, everyone. And until next time, goodbye.